Now open VS Code Studio Code, which is the IDE we have used uh, for this coding. So we have imported three libraries here in this particular code, which is datetime, random, and SQLite. So the age of pipeline, for that we take a random input. Actually, it would be taken from sensor, from the appropriate sensor, but we have used a random input here, and there will be random anomaly that will show that. And if the age is more than 10, then it will show that the pipeline is old. So the age will be printed and be reported to the maintenance team. Otherwise, it would just print the age and right and the pH of water. The pH will be also a random input, although it will be taken from that. If the pH is less than 6.5, then it would again show an alert that it is an acidic water. Then it would be water supply team. It would be reported to. If this is alkaline, then same would happen, and the pH would be also printed. Otherwise, the normal water it would normally printed. Nothing, no alert be reported anything. Then we'll connect to the SQLite database for the purpose of storing the flow or something. So connect SQL connect pipeline data.db. So we firstly execute if there's already a table, then fine. But if that doesn't exist in the table, then we will create a table, right? Then we will have the flow that is random uniform in liter per second. There is a pressure that will be also a random input in kilopascals, and then we'll have now that will just return the current time, right? Current date and time. We just a variable for that, and timestamp it would be just a string that would from now, but it will only print the time part of it. Right. So if then again there will be anomaly. There will be flow and pressure reading if there is a that if the flow is less than 5 or the pressure is less than 200 kilopascal, then it would be leak status would be true, and then it would say leak detected, and it will print the flow and the pressure, and then it will be reported to the maintenance team. Otherwise the leak status will be false, and then we'll then store the timestamp, flow, pressure, and leak status into the database. Okay, then we'll commit, then conclude. Sometimes we have to delete old tables and build new ones sometimes. So we have this new table program that explicitly for that purpose. Then it would drop the previous pipeline table and would create a new one, right? And then there is also a print data one, which is explicitly to print the database we have stored, right? On flow, pressure, timestamp, and also the leakage. Right, it will print the database in the command line. It will be printed in the shell, and the visualization we using matplotlib. We using right. Then we will be using this two subplots. We one plot under which we have two subplots for that. One for time versus flow. Another is for time versus pressure. Right. Then in both the subplots we will mark the leaks, in which point we have seen the leaks in fact detected, and then we'll display. It initially had plt.show. We intended to do the plt.show, which is the actual way to do so, but I have faced issues with Windows subsystem for Linux, so that's why I have decided to just export it as PNG. Export the chart as PNG, right? So it will also be printed as chart saved as pipeline chart.png, and then it will be printed here. So it will be composed. So we are going to demonstrate this one, right? So using a detect click. So we are firstly we will build a new table, right? So terminal. So Python new table dot py. So it will print. So it will just discard the previous table and build a new table, right? Then Python detect leak dot py. Then it will print all the leaks, potential leaks. Right? It will print it first. first instance, second instance, third instance, right? All three instances are stored in specific time frame. Then we'll fire, uh, and we are now printing, right? Then we're going to say, uh, Python print data.py. Okay, then chart saved as pipeline chart.png, which we are going to open, and it shows this, and it shows this data. Let me just minimize the terminal and then just open it. Minimize the terminal and open it. You can see here's the sensor data simulation. You can see how much it has recorded. So far, no leaks we have detected, but we will detect leaks soon. Let's see. So no leak yet. Normal water. So we are, aha, leak finally detected. So let's print data. Let's see what we bring. Aha, here it is. We finally get a leak here, right? And then we get a final leak data here we get from the sensor data simulation, right? This is the power of Matplotlib and SQLite.